I've been a cowboy as long as I can remember. It wasn't until they brought the cameras that they started calling me actor. Since 1903, the cowboy has appeared on the silver screen. The same grit and reliability that works for us on set is what we depend on every day. Products that are tough. After all, this is our legacy.
We are back in fabulous Las Vegas at the 2025 Run for a Million. Welcome into the UWS News Studio. I'm Steve Ross, and we're joined now by our neighbor from Midland, Texas, Will Akin. You won the cow horse last year in the youth. That had to be quite a feather in your cap.
Yes, sir, Steve. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Glad to have you. Now, Midland's been known for great cutting horses since the NCHA started. You like the cow horse. What's that community like down there? I know you've found a good horse, but Midland, not always known as having the great cow horses, more of a West Coast thing, but you have taken to it like a duck to water.
Yes, sir. So Midland, it's a little more known for oil field country.
Right.
That's kind of what they're known for, and cutting horses, like you said. Cow horse is a new deal there. There was some cow horse trainers there for a while. And now I'm the only person that I know that shows cow horse in Midland. And so it's a little secluded, it's a little outcast, but if you go north just a little bit, there's a really good cow horse community, and that's very willing to help each other up there.
Now, Midland should have fairly good access to cattle, I would think, in that country anyway. That's an advantage, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's an extreme advantage.
Now, you've already got a couple of world titles under your belt, but you came here last year to the Run for a Million, big horse show, fun horse show. It's Vegas. What was your mindset going in last year before you won it?
I was nervous, I would say, but more so just kind of grateful for the opportunity.
Right.
I mean, any chance you get to go down the fence in front of a couple thousand people, it's kind of like being a rock star without any music ability. And so
exactly.
It makes you feel pretty cool as a 17, 18, 19-year-old kid to have that opportunity, and that's kind of the mindset I'm coming back with this year, is just kind of swing your swing, cock the hammer, and let it rip, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, well, you tried, and you can go home saying you did your best.
I love that. Now, Midland's kind of got cool again with Taylor's new TV show, Landman. You ever see anybody you know in any of those location shots, or, hey, I eat there, or anything like that?
I've never seen anyone I've met before, but I've darn sure ate at a couple places in that TV show. So Billy Bob Thornton's probably the first person to make Midland, Texas look cool.
Yeah, he can do that. Billy Bob Thornton's one of a kind. Now, what attracted you to the cow horse? How did you get started in that? Did you grow up riding, or just think, that looks hard, I'll try that?
So I didn't come from a horse family, kind of got introduced to it through chance, really. We went to a dude ranch in Colorado, and that was the first time I rode a horse. And that was, I think I was 6 or 7 at that point. And so just 12 years ago, slowly started taking lessons through places in Midland. We moved and got hooked up with a cow horse trainer named Justin Stanton, and he's who introduced us to the versatility world and the NRCHA world, and moved on from there and continued to grow. And so it was really just by chance that I came into the cow horse world. I saw it on YouTube one time, Jake Gorel riding Plain Caddy at the Snaffle Bit Futurity of the year he won it in. And at the time when I saw it, I didn't know what it was, I didn't know where it was happening, or even what the goal at hand was. But I remember just feeling goosebumps on my arms and on my back, and just being enthralled with what was happening without even knowing what was going on.
That's so cool. And it goes right along with my theory that the horse bug finds you. You don't find it. When I first met you, I thought, well, grew up in Midland, makes sense. But here again, you had some event. For you, it was a dude ranch, sparked your interest. And I had similar experience when I was a little boy, and didn't have horsey parents, wasn't pointed that way. But once you lock onto it, it's hard to turn loose of it.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of truth there. Growing up, my room as a kid, before I even rode a horse, it was Western themed. It was Ohio Silver, the whole deal. And so, it was like my life was always planned to go this way, and it was God's preordained plan for me to end up in this industry. But, without even knowing it at that time, it was just step by step building up for me to be here at some point.
That is so cool. Talk a little bit about your horse, SJR Starlight Ridge. Obviously been a great one.
Yes, sir.
How's that relationship? Where'd you find that horse?
So Erin Tormino had him as a 3-year-old. We bought him in November of his 3-year-old year from her. She did a great job training him. Just, bad luck at the futurity. It happens. And so we buy him, and At the time, his abilities were probably a little farther along than my knowledge, and so we struggled pretty good for about 2.5 years, well until the end of his Hackmore years, which is a 5-year-old year.
Right.
It was slow growth. It was, beat our head on the fence quite a bit, trying to figure out what we were doing and why we weren't doing good. And it just kind of slowly started clicking through people like Miles Brown influencing me and helping me. He's been a great horse. He's one that when the money's on the line, he's the one you want to be riding. You want to be able to call on him, and he's going to be there every single time. So he's been fantastic for us.
That's so cool, and I love that you talk about your learning curve with him, because I always say, training horses, the only way to do it is to fail your way to success. Like, it's not going to always go smoothly, is it?
Yes, sir. No, there's a lot of truth there, and it didn't go smoothly, and kind of navigating the waters of being discouraged and being like, man, I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. That's how little I know.
No, I don't even know what I don't know.
Yes, sir. And so, navigating that and, remaining positive and trying to learn how to show and train at the same times is pretty tough to do. But that horse was forgiving enough through that to allow for me to make those mistakes and kind of build them back up and break them down and build them back up unintentionally. So.
And then you win a non-pro 2-rein title and a bridle title.
Yes, sir.
That's incredible. Will Akin, Midland, Texas own. He's back here at the Run for a Million. We're thrilled to have him. What a great ride it was last year when he wins the Youth Cow Horse Challenge. More highlights this year. I can't wait.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Will Akin joining us here in the UWS News Studio at the 2025 Run for a Million.